Hey guys, it's Jeff. I'm here at the Sony booth, and one of the first things that was announced last night at the Sony press conference was the Xperia Z, the latest Xperia smartphone from Sony. Now here to talk to me about the Xperia Z and its little brother, the Xperia ZL, is Jeremy Malecki. So Jeremy, why don't you walk us through the brand new smartphone from Sony?
Absolutely. So what we've got here is the Xperia Z. Like we said, it was press released last night. So right away, what you're going to see is the omni-balance design and the beautiful design of this, and you can really tell that it is a Sony product. Full glass, tempered glass, front and back on this guy. One really cool feature about this guy is the aluminum milled power button. On average, most people are hitting their power button 67 times a day to bring the phone out of standby mode to find out what's going on. So when that happens, it's going to get a lot of use. So why not make it big and beautiful and make it something that kind of stands out? So once I fire on the device, the next thing you're going to see is the 5-inch high-definition 1080p display. This is being driven by the Bravia Engine 2. So basically it's going to give you an enhanced sharpness, better contrast, better colors, overall deeper blacks. Something you experience in a Sony TV with or any of the Bravia TVs that Sony makes. So once I unlock the device, you've got Sony's custom user interface on here, and we've made it a little simpler to customize overall. In the past, if you wanted to add apps, you'd have to go into your app drawer, drag and drop them, bring them back to your home screen. Now all I have to do is pinch the screen. Sorry. And it's going to bring up all your home screens right here, and you can customize it simply by adding a home screen if you'd like. And then I can go into my apps and just fire off whatever apps I want right onto my home screen. I can do the same thing with widgets and anything else on the device.
And that's a custom actual tweak for Jelly Bean itself, right?
It is. Yep, exactly. So that's one of the key features with our user interface. To go into more detail on things like the camera, we've got a 13 megapixel camera that's being driven by the Exmor RS sensor. So it's going to give you an enhanced picture quality overall, both in video and in photos. Sorry. We've got it's HDR capable as well, so it's going to give you an enhanced quality. If you're say taking a picture of someone standing in a very bright window, it's almost going to take two images and mirror them together to give you that better picture quality. So you're going to see the enhancements or the people that the clarity on that person's face, plus see the detail in the background.
Very nice. Now, you're also saying that you know, the Z is a little bit different than the ZXL, which we happen to have back here. So why don't you just walk us through just the minor differences between those?
So the key difference with the Z right off the bat is that it is water resistant. So fully sealed device, you can submerge it in water up to 1 meter for up to 30 minutes. The thing that's cool is if it gets dusty, rinse it off under the tap and it's not going to be an issue. Where the ZL is not water resistant. Overall, same key features with the specs in terms of the processor. They're both running the Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 Pro 1.5 gigahertz processor, which is quite a mouthful. They both have 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs internal memory, both expandable for another 32 through the micro SD. Okay, so comparing the two devices together, you've got the Z and the ZL side by side. You can see that the ZL is a little bit smaller overall. They both have the same 5-inch screen on them. But what we've done with the ZL is we made the footprint on it a little bit smaller, so it's reduced the frame size around the screen. So about 75% of the front of the device on the ZL is your screen, whereas it's about 70% on the Z.
Now, one of the things that was mentioned last night was the one-touch functionality. So can you walk us through some of the functionality from the phone to some of the other Sony products?
Yeah, absolutely. So the one-touch function basically is using near-field communication, or NFC, to allow the device to communicate or connect with other things very simply. So if I were to start playing music on my device and touch it towards these NFC-enabled headphones, it's going to automatically pair the two together via Bluetooth and allow me to start listening to music through these headphones. Sony introduced a whole bunch of home theater systems and different speaker balls and stuff like that will all function on the one-touch functions as well.
It's very cool. Jeremy, thanks a lot.
No
really
problem.
appreciate it.